There are moments when silence feels like a cathedral, and within it your voice softly echoes against the walls of my thoughts. I have tried to measure the distance between our souls, yet the compass of reason spins endlessly, for love knows no direction when it lives without boundaries. Every time I close my eyes, I feel you beneath my pulse, like a quiet rhythm that refuses to fade, even when oceans stretch between us. You are not merely a thought, you are a constant presence that drifts through my every breath, turning solitude into a devotion so sacred it trembles. I've learned that love does not ask for permission to exist. It arrives like sunlight through a broken window, finding beauty in the fractures. When I imagine your smile, I see the horizon bending gently, as if the world itself leans closer to listen. My heart has never belonged to crowns or nations. It belongs to the simple truth of you, where every heartbeat is a declaration that I love you beyond every border written by hands less brave than ours. There are no maps that can define the journey I take each night when I wander through dreams, seeking the warmth of your unseen face. You appear there, not as fantasy, but as memory reborn through the language of longing. I have written you across the quiet hours of dawn, whispering your name into the spaces between the stars, where I imagine even constellations pause to listen. Sometimes I wonder if you feel it too. That gentle pull across the miles, that invisible thread that tugs softly at our souls, as if destiny itself weaves us closer. My days are filled with duties and polished words, yet beneath the grace of composure, you remain. The wild flame I hide, the heartbeat I cannot silence. When the world expects me to belong to it, I still choose to belong to you, for love, when it is true, cannot be confined to place, to rule, or to reason. It belongs to the infinite, where hearts meet not by chance, but by the quiet courage of fate. Each time I walk through the gardens of the palace, I see your shadow in the curve of the roses, in the scent of something unspoken. The air carries your memory like a promise unbroken, and even the flowers seem to lean closer to hear what I will not confess aloud. You exist in every petal that falls, reminding me that beauty often carries the weight of impermanence. Yet, I love you precisely because you are not here, because distance sharpens devotion and teaches the soul to feel beyond sight. The crown upon my head may glimmer, but it is heavy with silence. The heart beneath it, however, beats freely for you. I imagine your hands touching the same moonlight that spills across my window, and suddenly the world feels smaller, gentler. In the solitude of royal halls, I find your laughter hidden in echoes, as if the universe conspires to keep you near. You are both my rebellion and my peace, a love that defies every border, yet honors every promise born of truth. There are nights when I cannot sleep, when I trace the outline of your absence across the pale sheets of dawn, and wonder if you are awake too, thinking of me. The world outside may never understand the language we speak, one that has no sound, yet holds the weight of every vow. I write your name beneath the moon's breath, knowing that it will fade with the morning light, but hoping some part of it finds you. Sometimes love must live quietly, hidden between sighs and stolen moments of remembrance, yet even in its silence, it roars, unyielding, untamed. I have come to see that the truest form of freedom is not found in distance or in duty, but in the courage to love when you are told not to. Every boundary I cross for you feels like a prayer, whispered into the endless sky. And though my world demands grace and restraint, within my heart I am infinite, because I have you, even if only in the spaces where dreams dare to meet desire. Love has taught me to listen differently, to the wind, the stars, the rustle of leaves that sound like your name when spoken by the earth itself. I imagine your voice carried upon the soft hum of evening, threading through the stillness that surrounds me. There is no need for grand declarations. The universe already knows. In every sunrise that stains the sky with gold, I see the reflection of your warmth, and in every dusk that folds the world in blue, I feel your absence like a poem half finished. My heart, though hidden beneath formality, burns quietly, faithfully. I do not fear the distance anymore, for love, once awakened, does not sleep again. It lives in the spaces between breaths, in the fragile courage it takes to keep believing. You have become the pulse of my unseen world, the secret melody that plays beneath the noise of life. When I think of you, I am reminded that love without boundaries is not defiance. It is destiny, whispering softly, you belong to each other still. The sea often mirrors my heart, endless, restless, and filled with reflections of you. I stand at its edge sometimes, watching waves collapse and rise again, as if the ocean itself understands what it means to long without end. Each wave travels toward a shore it may never touch, yet it keeps moving, faithful to its purpose. That is how I love you. No distance can quiet the tide that moves within me. The stars above have witnessed our unspoken story, shimmering with secrets too sacred for words. I have written your name in the salt air, letting the wind carry it across horizons unknown. Perhaps it will reach you, perhaps not, but the act itself feels like hope. My love for you is neither bound by time nor by circumstance. It breathes beyond them. The world may draw its lines and call them borders, but the heart does not care for such design. It moves with its own map, guided by the pull of something divine, something that always, inevitably, leads me back to you. Sometimes I wonder how love can be so gentle and yet so consuming. You have become the quiet fire that warms even my coldest days. I think of you when I sit before the grand mirrors of my life, where reflection and reality blur, and I see not a princess, but a woman who loves without apology. In every word I speak to others, there hides one I never dare to say, your name. You are the secret pulse behind my every smile, the unseen thread woven through my calm composure. There is grace in restraint, they say. But what of the grace found in surrender? To love you is to surrender to something infinite, something beyond the reach of crowns and ceremony. You remind me that humanity is not weakness, it is the heart's most honest form. If one day the world discovers what my eyes confess in silence, let it be known that my love was not rebellion, but truth, an unbounded devotion that chose no side but yours. Each season speaks of you differently. Spring hums your laughter through the wind. Summer carries your warmth in its endless light. Autumn falls like the soft sigh of your absence. And winter, winter, wraps me in the quiet ache of memory. Yet, through them all, I remain faithful to the thought of you, for my love is not bound to time's passing. It lives like an eternal flame, glowing even beneath the ashes of distance. I have learned to hide my longing in the small things, in the way I hold a teacup, in how my fingers linger over letters I will never send. There is beauty in this silence, though it aches. When I speak to the stars, I ask them not to bring you closer, but simply to keep you safe. That is love too, when desire gives way to care, when yearning transforms into peace. The world may never see it, but my heart knows no greater truth. You are and will always be my forever.